Hey friends, welcome to One Little Coder. In this video, we are going to look at a coding platform in India which is quite popular. It is also, I think, available in the US and Canada. So it's called WhiteHat Jr. It's a coding platform for kids. It has been in the news for a lot of different reasons, but what we are going to focus in this particular video is that coding is a great leveler. Coding brings democracy in a lot of places. A lot of people who are from underprivileged background was able to reach different position in their life because they could code, and it is true in a lot of cases. But the problem is the price that WhiteHat Jr offers is nearly not affordable for a lot of Indians, especially people who are from underprivileged background. So if you're somewhere in suburban or rural India, this is something that you can never reach. So what is the problem? So the problem is, now I strongly believe that it is going to widen the gap between rich and poor, because coding is something that is going to make you good in your life, because it can get you a good job. You can start making apps, and you can do a lot of things. There is a good advantage of coding in a slightly earlier age, there is no doubt about it. But the problem here is, if you have a package that is around this much per month, and recently there was a statistics that says more than 90% of Indian adults earn less than 20,000 rupees a month, which means if a family cannot make that much money, they cannot pay their kids to learn coding. So what I want to focus in this particular video is especially two very good free alternative for WhiteHat Jr. So you don't have to pay any money. In fact, for that matter, WhiteHat Jr leverages those platforms. So we are going to look at those platforms that give you a very good coding platform for kids, especially kids, and you don't have to pay anything at all. And that is what we're going to focus in this video. First website that we're going to look at is called code.org. So it's called code.org. You could have probably seen code.org endorsement video from Mark Zuckerberg, Barack Obama. A lot of people would have endorsed this. This is an excellent platform. This is not going to charge you anything. So if you are somebody who likes to donate to coding platform, you can donate it here. You can just simply go and then see what kind of, like, if you are a teacher or you want to teach it to students, you can see. Or if you have a kid at your home and then you want them to start exploring, you can just click here and then start exploring. So you can click the students page and then you can see what is the grade. So they have got a curriculum. So a lot of people actually say that you can go on YouTube and then start learning programming things. But one thing you have to understand is structured learning is something that YouTube misses in a lot of times. So me as a YouTuber, I have to accept this thing, because a lot of times when you get into YouTube and the moment you search something on YouTube, you're going to get a ton of result and you wouldn't probably know what to start, where to go next. And that is where structured learning has a very great advantage, and that is why you actually need some platform like this one. The second thing is, if you are going into a different platform, let's say YouTube or somewhere else, and then trying to teach kids coding, then you have to set up their environment, then you have to do a lot of things. Programming is not just opening a notepad and typing a bunch of text. So you need to execute it. You need a lot of things, right? And platforms like this make it extremely easier for anyone to start coding, and that is where these platforms are really handy. So you can actually click, and then you can see the computer science course. Let's say the first course is learn to drag and drop. You can click it, and then it's going to take you, click on the block. So it says click on the block. Okay, you clicked it. That's it. You finish off your first assignment. Second is drag the block to the target. So you just drag it and drop it. And this could be extremely easy if you have a machine, that is all you need is either a phone, because smartphone is there everywhere in the world right now. And smartphone is, again, like I said, it's a great leveler, right? So it has almost, it used to be that only rich people could use a very good phone, but that thing has changed. Even people, working class Indians, have good smartphone with available 4G connection in India. So you can do that. So you can start learning like that. They just train you like this, and then they'll get into the coding. And programming is not just about start coding in JavaScript or start coding in Python, but it's about understanding how to approach something, logic, how you try to reuse things. So all those things. And I think code.org does a very great job about how you want to drive that. And it's not just for kids. It is a range, and a lot of schools in the US use code.org, and a lot of people, like the NGOs that try to teach kids coding, they use this thing. So code.org is an amazing place. If you know any kid who likes to learn to code, it's not just kids. When I mean kids, you can see people who are in high school. So if they like to code.org is an amazing platform. It's a great place. So you have elementary school, middle school, high school syllabus. You can just go and then start. You can ask your kids or friends to start coding. And if you are somebody who's passionate about teaching coding to kids especially, or people who are from especially kids from underprivileged background who do not have access to a lot of coding programs, then or to say that who do not have access to something as expensive as WhiteHat Jr. If you want to make a difference in people who are living around you, then this is something that you should definitely check it out, because you can go to code.org. As an educator, you can go there and then start seeing what do they teach at elementary school level, and then you can start learning. You can look at the full curriculum of it, and then once you get the curriculum, then you can start now either putting together a material, or you can actually start seeing how they teach and what do they teach, and then you can learn everything. So it's quite, it's an established program, and you can just get started with it. And the fact that this is completely free, while people are flocking for anything that is paid, which is quite common in any domain, especially if you see there are tons of boot camps that are available that would do the same thing that a lot of free websites like Free Code Camp or Code Academy would do, but still people lean towards bootcamp for a lot of different reasons. So if you want to save somebody from spending a lot of money, or if you think somebody who doesn't have a heck a lot of money wants to learn to code, and then they have to start they have to improve their knowledge in programming to the level somebody else is doing, then you should definitely check this out and then introduce this platform to somebody who's really deserving. So code.org is the platform that we wanted to see first. And then the second platform that I wanted to show you is called Scratch. Scratch is an MIT initiative. As you can see, it is even subdomain of MIT. What is Scratch? Scratch is it's a kind of a programming language. I think you are not going to learn Python or JavaScript in this thing, but what makes Scratch good is that you can actually learn about programming concepts using Scratch. You can make games using Scratch, and Scratch is quite popular. There are books written about Scratch for parents to learn Scratch and then make their kids learn. So you can see I just clicked the sample project, and then it's going to open. So it's basically this drag and drop. So you have this animated character. Now what I can do is I can just take this animated character and then keep it, and then I can keep it, and then I can just run it. If I run it, I don't have the character actually. So if I get the character, after I have the character, then I can run it. Once I run it, that the character is going to now move 10 steps. Or something that the character would do, whatever. If I ask the character to say hello, then that is going to do that thing. So basically Scratch is a program for you to teach somebody, like most likely kids, programming concept. But the greatest thing is it's not just Scratch you want to do, but actually you want to start with ScratchJr. ScratchJr is an web application. You can do it like this, or you can actually download it for your iPad or Android phone or iPhone or Apple iPad or a tablet, Android tablet. You can do it for anything, and it is primarily targeted at kids from age 5 to 7. And I think you can actually see the amount of money somebody in that age has to spend. Actually WhiteHat Jr has got some good statistics saying that kids have good creativity level. I'm not debating here whether kids the age of 5 should code or not code, but if it is another fun exercise for them, that they are not under any pressure to score any grade A to graduate, if they do not have that pressure, I think it's completely fine for them to get introduction to coding, fundamental coding blocks. It is around 6,000 rupees in India. Like I said, 6,000 rupees is not cheap money for a lot of a lot of families in India. It's almost like their livelihood for a month. And that thing can be completely is available for free as a free app, ScratchJr. So all you need is a smartphone or a tablet. You get it, and then you start playing with that. And if you're somebody who wants to promote this, then you can start probably donating them. But basically, yeah, so you have this is the setup that ScratchJr has. You have got this setup. all you have to do is, you pick a character and then you start instructing them to move forward, backward. You then in this process you learn control, iteration, loop, all the programming concepts that the building blocks that will make you a programmer. And trust me, learning for loop from in Python is not going to be a huge difference from learning for loop in JavaScript or any other language for that matter. It is the logic and the building block that you fundamentally learn that will make you a better programmer than the kind of technology or programming language that you learn as early as possible. So a lot of people, actually, if you see Silicon Valley entrepreneurs have started coding from something like basic, right, beginners, the old basic language. I don't know how many of you know basic language. There used to be a language called basic. So the point is, basic is not relevant anymore at all, but still they are great programmers. They have actually built great companies that code. It's because it's not the programming language that made them great programmer. It is the experience that they learned, the kind of culture they got into while learning to code at an early age. So ScratchJr and code.org are two amazing platforms if you really want to code, or if you want to also teach kids to code. You don't need a program as expensive as WhiteHat Jr, which is not reachable for a lot of Indians, which I understand maybe not their target audience. Their target audience would be somebody who's staying in urban city, making a lot of money, like software engineers, parent software engineers who do not have time for their kids to teach. So just buy an app and then give it to them. They'll do it themselves at the month at 6,000 or 30,000 or 1 lakh rupees a month. But I think to be realistic, this is huge money for a lot of families. And if you want to make a difference in somebody's life, then introduce code.org and ScratchJr to them. Or if they do not have tablet, then you can introduce Scratch to them. If you have ScratchJr, I think probably you don't even need internet, but yeah, if you have Scratch, then you can you need a web browser and internet, and code.org you can log in and then you can practice it. So these are amazing platforms, very good free alternatives for WhiteHat Jr to teach coding, and it's completely free. And whatever they have mentioned in their curriculum, you can actually go through it. And all these things, I think maybe you do not get one-to-one online coding, but I think if you have interest, right, I don't think one-to-one is we don't get one-to-one attention in university or school or wherever we go, right? So it's one-to-one is a privilege. So maybe you can just leave that privilege off, and then you can start learning. The entire curriculum would be exactly matched, or even to a better level matched with code.org or ScratchJr, and then they've got a good community also. You can actually see the projects that kids have already built, what kind of projects that they will public repository or your private repository, what kind of games kids have built, and you can also see ScratchJr, and you can join their mailing list. They've got a mailing list. You can take part in the community, and then you can actually use these platforms, popularize these platforms, and make it easier for kids from deserving background to learn programming at an early age, so that the poverty that has come to them from their parents do not go to them also. I think there was a quote, I don't know where I remember, but it is not your fault if you are born poor, but it is your fault if you die poor. Maybe not everyone gets to die rich, and I don't want to say that making money is the only objective of this thing. But if your family really struggles to put food on the table, then having the privilege to pay 6,000 rupees minimum a month to join a live coding class is out of reach. And I don't want that to be a barrier to learn a new technology, because I know what is how important it is for somebody from underprivileged background to learn programming, and then make a difference in their community and then in their family. So please introduce code.org and ScratchJr to the kids or the parents so that they don't feel left out, and they can really be as good as somebody who spends heck lot of money in a boot camp or a live coding platform, because the syllabus that you see is international syllabus. It's not put together by somebody who doesn't know to code. So You absolutely have you are safe hand if you learn to code from these platforms. I hope this video was helpful. Please share it. If you have any comments, please let me know in the comment section. I'll be helpful. I'll be grateful to help you start learning coding, or help people who deserve to learn to code without money being the barrier. So thank you so much. Until next video, take care of yourself.